Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been a little MIA for the past week. I thank you guys so much for all your well wishes over on the YouTube community page. You guys were awesome. I have a little bit of a frog in my throat, so I'm not talking as loud as I usually do. I hope you can hear me clearly, but if you can't, it's because I'm still a little stuffy. But I just wanted to make this video because I actually have today off. It's Sunday, and I worked all weekend, and while I'm exhausted, I still have quite a bit of things to do with my houseplants today. So I figured I'd just kind of take you along my Sunday almost kind of routine. It doesn't necessarily happen every Sunday. It's really all about what days I have off, because some days I work Sundays, some weeks I work on Sundays, and excuse me, some days some weekends I might have a day off. So it really all depends on what day of the week I have off. But this is just something that I typically do every week, once a week, depending on what that day is. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I thought I'd take you along. And also, I'm going to be doing some extra things today because per my last video, I was bringing houseplants inside for the winter. And I have done about half of them so far. And I must say, my method of madness of using the diatomaceous earth with the insecticidal soap has worked. I have not seen one insect, guys. A few cobwebs here and there, no spider mites. So I'm just assuming spiders were just, you know, setting up shop in my plants or like around my plants or using them as cobweb bait or whatever. But no bugs. So now that I said that, I'll probably find some bugs. I have about a little less than half to bring in still. So I was going to see how much energy I have left after I do a quick check of my plants, quick little watering, and then I was gonna step outside and see if I can tackle some of these other plants. So I thought I'd bring you along with me while I did that. So let's go. What are you doing? Someone put a hole in his bed this morning. Was it you? Or Jazzy? It was you, wasn't it? What is that? What is that? Did you tear up your bed? Why did you do that? Daddy said no more beds. Now what are you gonna do? You're gonna sleep on the floor. I'm in here. Let's talk about this string of hearts that I've literally given a haircut to like 3 times already. I've trimmed it like all the way up to the top of this picture, and it just keeps growing. I love this plant. Look how pretty. The detail in these little tiny leaves. I love them. It likes that spot. So for starters, my Schefflera, I'm in my office right now, and I brought this little girl in, and I still can't believe how much it's grown. I added the sand on top of the diatomaceous earth. How aesthetically pleasing is that? You know, like it's just so pretty, and I just messed it up. Okay, so here is another plant I brought in that my sister-in-law gave me. Look at, it's still blooming, and even popped up some more blooms inside the house, which is kind of crazy. But more importantly, can we talk about this Hoya? My Hoya publicalis, I believe. I never know how to say it. Look at how it's literally spiraled its vines here. Like, I didn't do that. It grabbed up on each other, and look, and there's like a leaf coming in there. There's one there. I don't know if you could see that, but I just think that's so crazy. This is pretty dry, so Kayla's gonna spray it with some orchid fertilizer. Spray it like all over it. There you go. What's this doing in here? Bad. Get out. Okay, so I am just going to go in with my handy dandy moisture meter here. Okay, we got this Eritrea here. Probably saying that wrong. So what I want to do is I want to kind of just stick it in very slowly right at the base. And once I feel pressure, I don't want to push anymore because it's probably the root ball. And then we want to just kind of see. And look at that. It says it's dry. So I don't know if you could see this here, but when the stick is on the red, that means it's dry. The green is moist and the blue is wet. I never really want it to get to the wet part. I always want it to be like right in between dry and moist because we don't want our roots to be sitting in water. So I like to check a couple of spots. So let's check the front here where I know there's no roots. Oh yeah, same thing guys, see? Dry. Now I like to just simply wipe off the bottom part of the moisture meter every time I stick it into another pot, just in case. I mean, I'm checking my plants as I go anyway. I know that they're not infested with anything, but you just never know. So you just want to make sure you wipe it off. So I usually carry around a cloth or a paper towel, wipe it off, stick it in another one. Got it? Good. All right, let's check Little Miss String of Pearls here, which I'm always scared to do. Which is not an easy thing to do because there's not a lot of spaces to get down in there. Let's see. And it's dry. Here's my Monstera that is growing up into the light. This is not a grow light, but it definitely likes that little extra bit of light it gets. Whose leaves I need to dust. Can we say neglect? Check the roots on this guy and see how she's doing. Okay, here's a good example. So this is right at the cusp of dry and moist. So I think I'm just gonna leave this alone until it gets a little bit drier. She's fine, she's good. She doesn't need any more water right now. Okay, so after checking all of my plants, I am going to come with my watering can. I made a mental note of which ones need water. And I'm just gonna get some tap water here. Now, you don't have to use tap water, you can use filtered water. I know a lot of people like to fill up their watering cans, let it sit out overnight. I used to do that until my plant collection got a little ridiculous. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have gallons of water just sitting out all over my house for the times I need to water my plants. So I just let it run and wait till it gets to about cool, warm, not too hot, not too cold, room temperature. And then I fill up my can, which I'm not gonna show you because I mean, it's not rocket science and there's dishes in my sink and I don't want people to judge me. I mean, let's be real, who really cares about judging, right? All right, we have our watering can ready to go. Now let's go water. All right, so I'm just gonna water it right around the base. Does not need a lot. A little bit more. This is a bigger pot, so see how the sand starts to look a little weird after a while? Sometimes I'll go around and I'll like rake it out. And then sometimes I'll just put a thin layer right over it. But guys, this is the best bet for getting rid of fungus gnats, like not even joking. It seriously is the best. Or you could do rocks like this one. This one was okay actually. This one needs a little bit. This has a fresh layer of sand, so I'm gonna mess it up. See, it doesn't mess it up too bad. Okay, this is a different kind of rock that I had, which is also really pretty. It's almost like a pebble. This was dry. Oh, I hate watering my string of pearls. It scares me. That's all you get. I know I should water it thoroughly, but this is what I've been doing and it's been growing, guys, so don't judge. So with this fairy tale cactus, I usually go right into the center, let it drip down to the root ball. And that's about it. So we had a windstorm last night and this is what I came outside to. I'm gonna fix this now because it's killing me inside. Oh my gosh. Yep. It looks like it survived the crash. Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it, and the soil's so dry, it didn't really even go anywhere, so that's great. All right, so here's the plants I have left. And really quickly, I just want to talk about this one that I mentioned in my other video. Look at how it's starting to get like some blooms on it there. Isn't that pretty, guys? I almost don't want to bring it in yet, but I'm leaving for Arizona in 2 days, and I'm kind of nervous that it's going to drop below 60 outside, and I'm just nervous of what that is going to mean for my plants. So, I don't know. I might have to sacrifice the blooms. Oh, and there's another bloom. Look at this. Look at this from these little shark guys, string of sharks. I don't know if that's what you call them, but look at that bloom there. And I apologize if it's windy, but I don't have the energy to set up my mic today, so I apologize. And look at this is even growing more and blooming. Look at those blooms. Like, what? So what I did do was I took my Adansonii out of the little corner from back there, and I pulled off most of the dead leaves. Here's one that needs to go. And I staked it. I staked it on this moss pole. So it's pretty much ready to go inside because it already has its diatomaceous earth, and I've already sprayed it with some insecticidal soap. Now I ran out of the first 2 bottles, so I did have to buy this. And unfortunately I had to go with a different brand. So this Safer brand, so far I'm liking it. It smells okay. And it pretty much does the same exact thing as that other soap does. So I use this because it was like overnight Amazon, and I was going to get it right away, and I needed it right away. So I sprayed this whole plant, and it looks pretty good to me. You just want to come in and just really inspect the leaves front and back. Make sure there's nothing weird going on. Make sure you don't see any little cobwebs anywhere, any little tiny white bugs. Pull those weeds out. I thought I got all of them. Like, seriously, like, weeds grow out of your houseplants when they're outside. So guys, I think that this plant might be ready to come in, and I don't know where I want to put it. I'm not sure yet. I do have this stool that I still need to clean off a little bit better, and I might put that like in the corner and place it on there by our window, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I almost want to save it as a surprise for when I do my houseplant tour. But look at the fenestrations on here. Look at that. These little babies are super happy. Look at that. And they just keep growing and growing and growing. You're leaving? Bye. Bye. Love you. So I also sprayed down this pretty little arrowhead, which is gorgeous. Look at these markings, guys. And it looks so, so good. Like, it looks so healthy. So I think that this might be ready to come in too. Gotta check the leaves, underneath the leaves. Make sure you don't see anything. Really, really inspect your plants before you bring them back inside. Guys, I have so much to do, okay? I have to come home from Arizona in 2 weeks, and I have to figure out what I'm doing with all of these big plants behind me. So I think I'll be bringing this plant in. Can we talk about that cicada shell right there? That's glorious. I honestly think I might be getting rid of this one, guys. I know it's pretty, right? It looks like my other arrowhead, but I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. I don't have a spot for it. I don't know. This one, which I also love, I may be getting rid of. This one, ooh, hello leaf. You gotta go. Yikes. It had like 4 leaves when I bought it. Like, really, like, can we talk about it? This is the mojito. It's so pretty. It's got weeds growing out of it like crazy. I just think it would be much easier for me to just literally take that whole bucket and gift it to somebody, you know? So I might do that. This is a really pretty variety too. It's a caladium. I'm not sure what kind, but I love those markings too. But again, guys, I just don't have space, and I have to stay with plants that really bring me joy. Look at this weed. It's like all the way out to here. Let's pull that out right now while we're here. Oh my God. Our croton that I got, I rescued it from Mariano's. It was like 11 bucks. It is huge. It's been really happy here. I just don't know how happy it's gonna be inside, but all of this, look at, this is all new growth. All of this inside there. It's so happy. Oh, I don't know. I may just find a spot inside for it. So for these bigger plants that I might keep, here, I'm gonna turn this camera around. Like that. I might do the hydrogen peroxide method where you simply just put equal parts of hydrogen peroxide and water your plant thoroughly till it drains out the bottom. And that pretty much is gonna kill everything that's inside of the soil. What is there, like a fighter jet flying over my head? Like seriously. I think I might try that if I'm gonna end up bringing those in. I just don't think that in pots that big, that a little bit of insecticidal soap and diatomaceous earth is going to get everything, because it's pretty much like just the top level. You really gotta, well, I would worry about what's living in the soil. So I might do that. I don't know. So like, what is that? See that? Ew. I don't know. There's all these little spots. And they're only on certain leaves, like this, all this new growth doesn't have anything, but then there's like a couple there. I don't know what it is. What do you guys think? But look at this bloom. How pretty. Still can't believe that it's September and I'm still getting tomatoes. I didn't think that they'd be producing this late into the year, but I guess they do. We have a pepper here that's coming in. We have two actually. Look at that. It's almost time for them to go bye-bye. This video is all over the place, but I also have some pretty good ideas for decorating for the fall. I have these gigantic ferns in front that I think are gonna look really pretty with some pumpkins and some maybe hay bales. I don't know if I feel like making that big of a mess, but oh my gosh, guys, have you guys ever tried to do like plant work or housework while you have a cold and you just lose energy so fast? Oh my God. And like, look at, I'm sweating and I was just walking around my house and in the backyard and I'm out of breath. Oh my gosh. So while I was watering my plants and checking my plants just now, I wanted to show you all of them. Like I have this like, I really want to show you everything, but I plan on doing a full updated houseplant tour for the fall when I get back from Arizona in a couple weeks. So I didn't want to spoil anything except for those there. Sneak peek. It is going to be quite the houseplant tour because I did acquire some new plants over the summer, and while I did film most of them, it's going to be cool to kind of collectively see them all in one place and where I place the ones I'm bringing inside. So I want that to be a full video in itself. So I'm sorry, no other sneak peeks for y'all. I think I need lunch. Love a good bacon bit, but I think I'm going to go for some banana and cinnamon. I'll be honest, I really wanted those Wendy's French fries that I saw sitting on the counter from yesterday. But some granola, banana, honey, coconut flakes will do. Yogurt. I gotta get better, guys. Okay. After I had my lunch, I sat down and started watching TV and got really lazy. The thing about me having days off is that I want to get so much done. And when I don't, I get really mad at myself. Like, I wasted the whole day. And it's only like 2 o'clock. But still, I didn't get a lot done. I mean, I did water my plants. I checked them all. I brought a couple others inside. I had lunch. That's about it. Not a very productive day, but whatever, right? Anyways, guys, this was a little bit of a different video. I just thought because I haven't posted anything in a while and you guys have been so patient that I would give you guys something to look at as to what I do on a weekly basis with my plants. I hope it helped. But I will be back to recording next week. Like I said, I will be leaving for Arizona in a couple of days, and I have some plans to do some videos out there. So stay tuned for that, and then also stay tuned for my updated houseplant tour in a couple of weeks, guys. I'm excited about it. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here and you like plants, sorry, I'm still sick. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.